Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Coffee with Chris. On today's episode, I'm going to be talking to you a bit about the power of habit, because I've actually experienced the power of habit today, much to my own annoyance. Recently, I've been getting up really early, at least early in relation to what I actually need to. I've been getting up at 5, even though I don't have to go to school until 9. And the reason is that I like having a lot of time for myself in the morning. I quite enjoy being able to do this podcast leisurely, not worry about anything. And I did end up, listening through every episode once I uploaded. So this actually takes twice as much time, and then it takes 3 times as much time as the length of the episode, because I also need to fiddle with it, bring in background music, the image, upload it, set the descriptions, all that. So all in all, it takes 45 minutes or so, but I like to have an hour to do it. And then I like to have enough time to cook if I should need to cook. I don't always cook in the morning. I often meal prep. And so I'll just have food ready, but then I can watch my series, or I can spend a little time with my girlfriend or something like that. And that is quite enjoyable. But it's difficult to get into the habit of getting up early, because I wake up early and I get out of bed and I do my things and that. But then at night, when I have to go to sleep, I have to go to sleep at 9 if I want my 8 hours. And I just don't do it. It's not that I don't want to, it's that I kind of forget how important it is. So I've been lacking a bit of sleep recently. For the past week or so, I've been feeling really exhausted, and a lot of things have been going on. If you've listened to the other episodes, that a few things happened at school and such. I'm just drained, really. And it's not like I'm on the edge or anything. I'm just so exhausted. And part of the reason is that I don't get enough sleep. So today I decided it's Saturday, I'm just going to sleep in. I turned off my alarm. I stayed up a little later than usual because I was playing games on my phone. I thought I might as well, I'm going to sleep in tomorrow. And then a couple of minutes to 5, I wake up naturally, all on my own. And I, of course, made the mistake of chatting to my girlfriend, who was still awake. And so I ended up talking to her for 2 hours, and then I just got up. So today, once again, mostly due to my own fault, I'll be tired, I'll be exhausted, but I have so many things to do, and it's honestly stressing me out. But on the bright side, this just shows that habit is really strong. Like, I've been doing this for about a week now, getting up at 5. I used to do it, so it's not completely new. But, I haven't really been doing it recently, and so it took me a week to adjust to that. It seems, at least. And it feels good and bad at the same time, because I'm sleepy. Well, not sleepy, I'm just tired. And I feel like I could have used a couple more hours of sleep, to be honest. But it still feels good to get up and get something from the day. I mean, it's starting to be summerish weather, so the sun is up anyway, and it's bright outside. It's actually so bright that I had to pull down the curtain in order to be able to see my screen. So I've got stuff to do today. I need to mow my lawn. And yeah, then I have a few. If you've listened to other episodes, you might have heard me talking about how I needed to do this and that and those things. Well, I'm a procrastinator to the extreme, so I haven't actually done them, and I really hope that tomorrow I'll be able to tell you that, hey, I did the things, or at least some of the things, because I really need to start doing a couple of these things at least. And I don't know. It's just difficult to get started. It's overwhelming. There's a lot. And like I've been saying, I'm tired. I'm stressing. We got a project due next week. We will be starting a new project next month, which I've over-dedicated myself to because of the whole teacher being a bit of a ashhole. I think I need a new word for that because ashhole sounds too much like the actual word. I like bench versus the other B word, and shirt as opposed to excrement. But I really do need a new A word. Anyway, I've over-dedicated myself to the whole thing. And that's good because I'm learning from it. I'm building personas. I'm going to be building style tiles. And I think a lot of my classmates are going to skip that. They're just going to move past it. Or maybe they'll make something small. I'll actually make a couple of style tiles and then send it to my classmates and ask them what they like the most. And then I'll make the prototype. Like, I'll really do user feedback a lot throughout this. I've already talked to them about it and they're willing to do it. But it's still a lot. It's a huge assignment. And I need to work on it today. As well as a couple of other smaller assignments that'll each take maybe 2 hours to make. I think each of these will take a couple of hours. And so I've got 8 hours of work plus another hour of writing. Oh, no, wait. That's just 1 hour of writing for one particular thing. I also need to write about each of these things, which might take like half an hour each. So I have a total of 11 hours. Let's just round that up to 12. I've got 12 hours of work on top of having to continue getting ready to make my persona. Well, I'm almost finished with the personas. I've been at it for a while now. That is because I never really get the chance to sit down and just finish it. So I need to get it together. I should probably use the Pomodoro technique. It tends to work out for me. I do have to adjust it a bit. I work 20 minutes and then I have a 5-minute break. That works really well for me. But if I work for 25 or 30 minutes, it gets too much. Still though, 20 minutes of work and then a 5-minute break to go up, pee, get some water. That's actually the important part about the Pomodoro technique, I feel, is that you get up. You're supposed to move. Go do a couple of push-ups or just stretch a bit. Get water, an apple, anything. And I could probably do that and get through a lot of these. But I'm hoping to complete just 2 of them this weekend. That includes the assignments and writing about the assignments. Oh, and I also need to restructure my navigation. So actually it is about 12 hours of work. Yay. It's not like I have all day to do it either. I'd like to, well, I do, I guess, but I'd like to have some leisure as well. It's important to take care of yourself, as we've talked about so many times before. It's important to relax, to watch a good series, listen to some music, dance around your living room, eat some food, even a snack sometimes. And it doesn't matter that you're trying to lose weight. A snack is good for you every now and then, and it's all about moderation. Look, you can eat 1 Snickers a week if you want to. Just don't eat cake and ice cream every day. I also always tell people, because they'll be at a party and someone offers, like a birthday party, and someone offers them cake and then they're like, oh, I'm on a diet. Ask for a smaller piece. Get a piece that is half the size of what you usually would. It's much better to do it that way, in my opinion at least, than to go all in, and especially because those diets, they never hold up for more than a week or 2. I have no idea how I managed to get so sidetracked that I started talking about diets and cake. Again, proof of just how tired I am. It's all good though, I'll make it through this. There are a couple of months left, and then I'll have a long vacation, which is nice. I like working in projects, and I quite like that the next project is a solo project. I need a solo project. But at the same time, it's never really solo, because if I do it all on my own, then I won't get a good result. And that's why I'll be helping my classmates, and they'll be helping me so that we can all get better results. The next couple of steps. Let's talk about the next couple of steps for my work that I need to do, the third assignment, my exam assignment. Once I finish this first persona, I just need to structure and rewrite her interests and stuff like that. Once I've done that, she's actually finished. I just need to make the persona prettier, like add some colors, a little bit of flair. And then I have to duplicate that, and all I gotta do is make up a new person and write that. With those two finished, I'll be moving on to figuring out what are the most important elements to them. What do they need on the site, and what information is what's most relevant? Which information should be there first? And which information should just be at the bottom? And then I can start, once I've got that, I can start designing a simple wireframe. Okay, I'm gonna try that again. I can start sketching it out. I can design a simple wireframe. Once that's been confirmed by my classmates, my group mates, who I just continue to call group mates because they're the same people. Once they've approved it, I can move on to prototyping it, making a mock-up, having them interact with the mock-up, and once they approve it, I can implement it. But the issue is that there are a lot of things that I can do in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript that I can't do in the programs that I'm using to prototype. So they're going to be really simple versions of the final product. And that's good because that's iteration, and I can explain that because there's this design thinking process and all of these things that we have to prove that we are capable of. Last year, about half the class failed. Though many of them failed because they weren't good enough at coding. They couldn't explain why they'd done the things they did, they couldn't explain the code. And the other thing was that they hadn't filled out their process portfolio. I can do those things, and I'm filling out my process portfolio. That is why I need a couple of more assignments, because I'm actually I'm not 4 assignments behind. I think 2 of these were supposed to be finished. One of them at least was supposed to be finished earlier, and I think another one was as well. But 2 of them aren't until May. So that will be next month. But all of these should go in the process portfolio, and then I have a 5th one, the first project we did. I still haven't written about that in the portfolio. So I'm missing a few things. And sure, if 1 or 2 of these don't get in there, it's fine. But if I end up missing a handful of things, that's not good. I also wrote in my process portfolio a bit of a complaint about the teachers, because the teachers are going to be reviewing this. And I tried to write it out in a really nice way there, where I show that, look, I have a lot of respect, but I think it's unacceptable, and I'm considering writing a formal complaint. And I know that it's a little backhanded, and I probably shouldn't have done it, and it's not too late to change it. But at the same time, someone does need to say something about it, because it really isn't okay for one of the teachers to say that he doesn't like multimedia designers because they don't know how to do shirt. And it's not okay for the other one to publicly shame and humiliate his students. And I made sure to write in there, hey there, teacher, if you're reading this, I want you to know I'm not angry, I'm just a little disappointed. I still have a lot of respect for you, but this made me lose a little bit of it. That kind of thing. And then the ball is in their court. I might remove it, I might change it, I might do something, but for now I'm leaving it there. That's just how it's going to be. I've got more things to worry about. On a bit of a fun note, before we end here, my older sister, I have an older and a much younger sister. So My much younger sister is 12. She just turned 12. And she's having a bit of trouble with math. So my older teacher, who's a financial economist, decided to help her out. And so she copied these. She bought a couple of books and copied some assignments. And then she, for the fun of it, she handed an assignment set to both me and my mother as well. Because she wants to challenge us to see how well we can do on a 12-year-old's mathematics assignment. So maybe I should do that, just to have some fun with it. I could, they come in several sets, so I could do a set and then I could do an assignment and then a set. Maybe try something fun like that. But it's about time for me to go. Today has been weird. Tomorrow will be just as weird, probably. You might as well get used to it if you're actually listening to these. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye now.